So we're now entering holiday time in Cornwall. First couple of weeks ago at Easter. Now, you always know it's holiday time in Cornwall because the roads are positively brimming with Range Rover Sports and Teslas. Now, what amazes me is that all these vehicles seem to be 5 metres wide according to their drivers. Now, you know, there's little words that annoys me than people who don't know the width of their vehicle. Because I'm pretty good at it myself, but you know the car, you're driving down a country back road and they stop. Could metre away from the edge of the road. You know, and they're like that and they're looking at you with fear in their eyes. Now what I like to do is not fucking slow down at all. If I can get through there, I'm speeding up. If you look at their eyes, it's fantastic. It never fails to make me laugh. No, it's now I work in retail, big up all the retail workers who are widely undervalued like myself. Now I actually work at Morrison's in Newquay, and that really is a form of self-harm. Now there are a few things that annoy me when I work there with the holiday makers. I try not to moan about them too much, but there are a few things. Every year we get a couple of people come up to the counters and they're there, you know, when they're busy, and they're like, cool, and they're rolling their eyes and tutting. And you go, you okay there, sir? Oh, fucking Emmets. Oh, how long have you lived down here for? Oh, 2 weeks. So that makes you part of the problem, not part of the solution. Never mind. Yeah, as I say, the holiday makers, you might have guessed by my accent, I'm not actually Cornish, you know. I was actually born in Norwich, but I choose to live in Cornwall, so as much inbred as I can really get. One of the things that annoys me about the holiday makers is when it's raining and they'll come shopping for a family visit to Morrison's. Now I'm talking 6 or 7 of the bastards. You know? They come in and they walk around, they really don't know what they're doing, they're walking around aimlessly, blocking the entire aisle. It's like a fucking police cordon. Honestly, you get stuck behind them, you're like that. Oh, I just turn around. Oh, God, I have a lot behind me. Oh, great. I'm taking 3 minutes at least to get down this aisle, you know? But it's not only them that block the aisle, you also get the single shoppers who block the aisle. You know, predominantly old people, so you let them get away with it a little bit. And they've devised a method, what I call the twist and lunge technique. Now this is when they go down the aisle, and they come to what they want. They fling the trolley one way, turn the other way, and duck like in 100 metres. Get a can of beans, put it back in the trolley, and go further down the aisle. And again. What? Honestly, it baffles me every time they do it. It winds me up. Nothing. Hey, it is what it is. But what else annoys me about the holiday makers is when you're trying to walk down the road and you're just in a hurry trying to get to the pub, like all decent people should be. So you're rushing down there, and lo and behold, someone just stops right in front of you and looks to the side. What the fucking hell are you doing? What's that about? You know, 9 times out of 10, they're wearing a red Newquay fucking lifeguard hoodie. My little fucker's not a lifeguard. I'm not that it. Probably never been in bloody sea, but never mind, it's nothing. Anyway, survey time. Who here stands up to wipe their bum? Just me then? Oh, no, it's not just me. Now, I thought this was the norm. My dad stands up to wipe his bum, my older brother stands up to wipe his bum, and I stand up to wipe my bum, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I thought this was normal until I got with my good wife, and she told me that I was, and I quote, an absolute fucking weirdo for standing up to wipe my bum. Now, I told her she was talking crap and said this is nonsense. All men stand, all women sit down. Didn't know this, but I just assumed. So I went to work the next day and I started a survey. Over the period of a week, I asked probably 50 to 60 people. Do you stand up or do you sit down to wipe your bum? Now, it turns out that I'm in the select few. There's only about 20% of us who actually stand up. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm sitting there having a dump, and if I've got a little nugget hanging out, and if he's not coming off with a shake, I'll knock that bad boy off and then I'll stand up. I occasionally devise the far near to the bath technique, and then go and wash my hands and go about my day as normal, job done. Now, while we're talking about toilets, I think it's only fair to tell you about one of my ailments that I've had. As I've got older, I suffer more and more with hemorrhoids. Or as you like to call them, as piles. Now, I don't just suffer with normal piles, no. You know the type. A little grate that pops out your anus. I don't suffer with those. For those people who suffer with them, you can just go down to the supermarket and get some Antisol cream. Other creams are available and not sponsored in any way. But no, I suffer what's called internal piles, which means that I've got to call up the doctors and get an appointment. Method 1 is the hardest part of all, is getting past the doctor's receptionist. He wants to know every single fucking thing about my life. My age, weight, sexual preference, when I started puberty, etc, etc. Eventually I get put through to the doctor, and they send me down and say, "Little watering, get yourself to the chemist. The prescription is there waiting for you." Now I turn up at the chemist and I'm issued a packet, and I open them up, and they have a thing called suppositories. Now, as a heterosexual, normal male, I've never put anything on my bottom in my life. So I go home and I think, right, let's undertake this mission. So I go to the toilet, I drop trousers, I drop pants, I open them up. There's a small little bullet shaped, about the size of a jelly baby, with a rounded end for easy insertion. And then I'm a leg on the edge of the bath, bend over, pull cheeks apart. Come on, John, you can do this. You've got this, son, come on. And I push it in. And then I think my arsehole goes, nope. As best as I can. Honestly, I saw my own look, I looked in the mirror and I saw the look in my eyes, it was one of pure fear. And I thought, oh my God. And then, come on, John, you can do this, you're a trooper. Foot up, bend over. You've got to go in harder. Really shove it up there. And my bum goes, fuck off. Spits it back out again. So now I'm thinking, oh my God. Oh my God, that's it. I've got to live for the rest of my life with a sore, itchy arsehole. And there's nothing I can do about it. But being the trooper I am, I say, come on, John, you can do this. Third time's a charm. Leg up, bend over, push in. And at this point, you literally touch your anus and your arse takes it like a fucking biscuit. He goes, and sucks it up. Honestly, I looked in the mirror, my eyes had gone from fear, and I felt fucking violated. Honestly, I've never known anything like it in my life. And it's why in my house we call them bum biscuits. Now, looking around the room here, I see there's a couple of bearded gentlemen in the room. Now, beards became a thing about the lockdown, so a few people couldn't be asked to shave, so they weren't going out. And fair enough, they grew these big beards. But this is also what made me think that beards are in fact makeup for men. You can hide a multitude of sins with a beard. I've seen some proper ugly bastards, never had a girlfriend in their life who had a big beard, and they're manly like a Viking. And fair play to them, well, that young gentleman, 5 beards he's got in there. There's lots of people in the lockdown who've got these big beards. And they've got a girlfriend, they've got engaged, got married, maybe even had a kid or two. Now, one day in the future, that man's going to go, do you know what, Tyler, I'm going to go have a shave. I fancy a change. He's just going to go, yeah, go on, love, you go and do it. He's going to go upstairs, he's going to come down, come on, pluck for the battery, kids. Jesus fucking Christ. And that's it, the sex is off the guard, so you go down and that's it again. Now, as you can notice, I don't sport a beard. Mostly because at the age of 47, I can't fucking grow one. That's right, I can grow a tash, it takes some doing, but I can grow a tash, it takes a few weeks, don't worry. A bit of mascara so you can see it, but I can grow a tash, but never a beard. Now, in my eyes, this makes me more highly evolved than the bearded man. Now, think about it, in the Neanderthal times we were covered in hair from head to foot. Then we evolved to the cavemen times, a bit less hair, but still hairy. Then we become more and more evolved, less hairy, so therefore I'm more highly evolved. Or it could just be down to low levels of testosterone and female pheromones in my body. I fucking have that. Not in the slightest. Anyway, Truro, here we are in this lovely city, Truro, the capital city of Cornwall, no less. Not that it had much competition, did it? For one, it's the only fucking city, and one not ever going to give it to Campbell, was it? Let's be honest about this. Now, it's a lovely city. You know, the cobbled streets are fantastic, those little nooks and alleys, little eateries around. But unfortunately, my wife's legs don't work very well. So if we come in Truro, she needs her wheelchair. Now, I I don't know if you pushed a wheelchair around Cornwall, but if you have, it goes something like this. I'm pushing like this, and the wife's in the chair like... Honestly, you come shopping for an hour, hour and a half, you go back to the car, the wife's got a stutter, and I feel like I've got early onset of Parkinson's. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being a good crowd.